time in Hanoi. So I know that it sounds kind of random, but I've actually always wanted to come to Vietnam. And I wanted to do like Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and then just like do a Southeast Asian like trip. But because of time constraints, I've just chosen Vietnam. I'm really excited to explore. I can't wait to eat all the delicious Vietnamese food. We're staying at a really nice hotel. It's quite new. It's called Concon House, and it's in this secret alley. I'm also wearing glasses today because I bought the wrong contact lens fluid, which apparently you can do. I bought the one for hard contact lenses, but I wear soft contact lenses, so my eye was really red. Hopefully I can find good contact lens solution here, and yeah, we should be good to go. So it's really muggy outside too, but it should be fine. First banh mi of the trip. I'm not sure if you can hear me, it is quite loud. But I got their best seller, which is the barbecue chicken one. And it was only 35,000 dong. Wow! Yeah, it is a little bit spicy, which I wasn't anticipating, but it's really crunchy. The bread doesn't taste stale, and so many vegetables, like they're really packed with it. So my next stop for today is to get some coffee, and I found this place called C.O.C Coffee Legacy, and it's actually quite hard to find because it's inside this alleyway that leads up to the second floor, and I think that's one of the reasons why I chose this place to have coffee in rather than like other more popular coffee spots in Hanoi like Blackbird, because it feels like it's such a secret location, and the reviews are really good, and it opens quite early.
The condensed milk coffee. So you should try the foam on top first.
I don't think you'd be able to tell this was egg. I think it's really creamy and sweet, but I don't know, I don't taste the egg. So now I'm gonna try the condensed milk coffee. Oh, it's really smooth. A while ago, the barista was explaining to us that they source practically all their coffee beans from around Vietnam, and it's like the highest grade type of coffee bean that you can get. So I think that was really interesting. They also gave us this little info packet, and they also give it a little score to know which beans they use to make your coffee. So I'm at my second stop for today in terms of cafes, and it's called May Kitchenware. It's a ceramic store, but on the second floor they have a cafe, and it is so beautifully curated. I love how they designed the whole space. It's very open and light, and I'm just really happy it's sunny today because on the weather forecast before coming, it said it was gonna rain mostly or there'll be thunderstorms, so yeah. Got a matcha latte. So it's like a matcha frappuccino at this point. There's a lot of whipped cream on top. It's so refreshing. One thing you should know when you try to plot out your itinerary is that a lot of the attractions in Hanoi close at around lunchtime and then reopen again at around 1:30. And some of the attractions don't allow tripods. Unfortunately, there's no place to store it, so you either have to get rid of it entirely or hide it somewhere. But I didn't really want to hide my tripod somewhere. I didn't want to get scolded or anything. So for now, I'm just gonna go to lunch. I'm gonna have my first bowl of pho. It should be really tasty. The place that I picked out has a lot of like good reviews and stuff like that. So we're at Train Street right now and we're waiting for the train to pass by. I think the schedule is 5:30, but depending on the day, it could come either on time or 30 minutes late. I'm staying at this cafe called Hanoi 1990s, and the staff were so friendly and welcoming, and they even took pictures of me and gave me pose ideas, so it was really nice of them. And yeah, I think it was a good idea to leave the hotel from 4:30 because it's so much cooler now. But that could be because I'm under a fan, so you probably hear the fan as well. Anyway, I ordered an avocado shake because when in Southeast Asia, the fruits I think are on a different level. Oh, it's so creamy. But anyway, just gonna wait. I think it's, what time is it now? It's 5, so maybe in about 30 minutes if we're lucky. And it's so hot today that I had to remove the phone case from my actual phone because it just keeps overheating to the point that the camera was being a little wonky. I was kind of scared about that, but it's all good now. So just gonna wait. Good morning, it's day 2 in Vietnam, and today we're going to go see a temple and the cathedral, which is probably one of the highlights of Hanoi. It's I think it's inspired by Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully I can go inside and make my 3 wishes. Today we're starting it off at Blackbird Coffee. I saw in another person's vlog that it's actually a local spot that other people like to come to, not just tourists, so I'm really happy that it wasn't too far of a walk from my hotel. I ordered this cold pressed juice because last night, I'm not kidding, I had a really hard time sleeping, even if the amount of coffee I drank was minimal. But so far, I really like this cafe. We're the only ones here. Granted, it's quite early because it's about 8, no, not even 8, it's like 7:30 or 7:40 right now. But yeah, I'm really excited to just get the day started. I was contemplating on whether or not to go to Ninh Binh or Ha Long Bay as a day trip, but for me, there's just so much to do and see in Hanoi that going on a day trip will just feel like I wasn't able to get to know the city very well. Energy in Hanoi is very different. It feels very young and people are just excited. People are all over the place. It's really noisy. But at the same time, people are very respectful, especially when you're trying to cross the street. They drive very slowly so they don't hit you, which is what I think a lot of foreigners or travelers have a misconception of, that it's really difficult to cross the street. But really, if you just use, presence of mind and you go slowly, then it's not really that much of a problem. But anyway, let's have breakfast. I got pesto toast. So right now I'm just walking around the Temple of Literature. It's famous among students because this is where they go to pray to pass their exams and to have luck with their studies. So now I'm on my way to my next destination, which is the temple at Hoan Kiem Lake. For some reason they closed off this area and I guess it's for pedestrians. I'm really excited to see the temple and see the lake because last night it was pitch black and I only saw the bridge. So now we're just getting some coffee at Kong Cafe. I really want to try their signature drink, which is something cold, like a slushy with coconut. And I love coconut milk, and it's so hot. It's Just looking for something refreshing, really. And I also was able to hear mass inside of St. Joseph's Cathedral, which I think I mixed up with the one that's supposed to look like the mini Notre Dame. Maybe that one is in Ho Chi Minh. It was really nice just hearing mass, and surprisingly, it was in French. I wasn't expecting it. I thought it would be in Vietnamese. I think after this, I'm just going to grab lunch and then dessert, of course, and head back to the hotel because it's just too hot right now. Got my drink. I got the coconut with green rice, it said, but it tastes a lot like pandan. So I'm at a public park now. I went back to the hotel, had buncha for lunch, chilled in my hotel room, and changed my outfit because I'm going to a jazz bar tonight. I'm really excited. But now, after I've seen like this park thing, I think I'm gonna get some ice cream because it's still quite hot. But at least the sun isn't as strong as a while ago though. A while ago, like, I had a sweaty upper lip practically the whole time I was vlogging. Actually, the whole time, so yeah. Anyway, the ice cream that we're gonna go to is, I think, a very old, like a household name here in Hanoi, and I'm excited to try out their different flavors. I'm not sure if I'm going to be adventurous, but still nice to try. I think I bit off more than I could chew because I really am so full of ice cream now. I couldn't even eat the pudding. But we're back at this like open pedestrian street on the main street, and it's just so nice. Like, it reminds me of the park in Baguio. People are just chilling with their families, lots of locals and tourists, and little cars for kids. There's also McDonald's. I kind of want to try McDonald's before I leave, just to see if the menu is very, very different from Japan or even the Philippines. So where I am right now is called Book Street, and it's a little bit of a street bazaar, I think. Lots of bookshops, and they even have these books where you can take it for free or leave a book there. It looks really nice, and yeah, the atmosphere is so festive. It kind of reminds me of the bazaar near Market. Just tons of people, lots of places to eat, sit down, and it looks like there's even an event for tomorrow or something.
order, so thank you.
So I'm gonna check out in a bit, but I wanted to show you my hotel. This is how it looks like. The design is kind of unique, but it was overall a really good stay, really comfy. And I would recommend it. It's like a really, really quiet place to stay if you're not into partying like I am. So yeah, and it's also in the middle of the historic old quarter, so definitely recommend. This is a little light. And overall, this is how it looks like.